Um, most classes we did this. One class I didn't do this, so if I didn't do this in this class. In each class, student tells me different ways of doing it, and so could be done differently. Most classes we finish 3 and 4 also. If not, that's how you do this one. I think I finished this one most classes. Maybe not in period 4, but most classes we did not do this, to exception of 2 classes. So these ones can be different. So I'm going to go past these and I'm going to tell you, because each student can have a different answer depending on their line. So it's hard for me to teach this one. So depending on where your child draw the line. So if they draw the line, so for example, if you try to draw the line this way, it's not the best of line, but it's okay. So they have to use 2, here's 3. So this is 3 and this is 18. So 3 and 18. And then they can use another point like, let's say 14 and this point. So 14 and that's 12, that's 14, so that's 13, 14 and 13. Okay, that's one. If that they can only use the one that's on the line. Now, if your child didn't draw this line, let's say a student drew a better line of best fit and actually went through these lines right here like this, then it's different. If they're going to use 2, they're going to have to use 2 and 19. And if you use 14, they're going to have to use 14 and that's 12. They can use 14 and 13 also here. But this will be different than the other line. Okay, so depending on which one you choose, so it depends on your line. So these type of problem is depending on what your child's line looks like. So make sure if they're choosing a line, or what if your line needs to be on that line. These you cannot use, this you cannot use, and that you cannot use. It's not on the red line, okay? Obviously I had to make, you can always make more dots. You can use this dot, this, any of these, okay, where it's on the line. But I'm going to use my 2 and 19 and 14 and 13. You're going to find your slope first. So your slope is y sub 2 minus y sub 1 over x sub 2 minus x sub 1. Your y's in this case, this is x sub 1, y sub 1. It's going down. That's why x sub 2, y sub 2. So you subtract 13 minus 19. So 13 minus 19, you get negative 6. And then you get 14 minus 2, which is 12. So your slope is negative 1/2. We know it's a negative because this line is going down. So most likely that's your slope is correct. Okay, then you use point slope. Then you do y minus y sub 1 equals to m parentheses x minus x sub 1. Y minus y sub 1. Y sub 1 is 19. Now, depending on your child, so your child should know how to do this by now. So if your child has a, if your child has a different line, they use a different y sub 1 than mine. Okay. M here I get negative 1/2, so depending on what your child has, but this is how you do the math. X sub 1 here is 2 right there. Distribute negative 1/2 x, distribute 2 negative, when you multiply this negative and a negative makes a positive. 1/2 times 2 is 2 over 2, which is 1. Y minus 19, add 19. Y equals to negative 1/2 x plus 20. Okay. Same thing here, depending on which one. A lot of students have a hard time knowing what these numbers are, so it's going by 2.5 here. So y sub 2 is y sub 1, so 21 minus 13, which is 8 over 20 minus 12.5. Okay, this is important, so that's 7.5, right? You can't have, I've never seen a rate of change with a fraction and a decimal, but I have something like this. It would make sense to do 8 divided by 7.5 and just use the decimal 1.06. Uh-oh. All right, let's see. Hopefully this works. Let's try it again. Okay, I got 1.06 when I did this. So my slope was 1.06, repeating on 6. Okay, in that case. And then I'd round it to m equals to 1.07, round to nearest 100. Okay, then you use y minus y sub 1 equals to m parentheses x minus x sub 1. Y minus your y sub 1, which is 13. M is 1.07 parentheses x minus x sub 1 is 12.5. So you got y minus 13 equals 1.07x, and you multiply this together. So on your calculator, 1.07 times 12.5 times, 1.07 times 12.5. There we go, finally correct. Equals 13.375. So this is plus a negative 13.375. Plus 13 to both sides. So y is equal to plus a negative 0.375. Now I need to start you to recognize plus, that's really a minus. Same thing as add negative, but you need to start knowing that plus negative is a minus. What is the y-intercept? This is my y-intercept right here. I did something wrong. Oh, this is what's wrong. This is not 13. This is 17. 13 is down here. This is 12 and 17. Ooh, I have to go back and change everything. This is 17. Okay, notice my mistake. 17. This is 17. That makes that. It changes everything to 4. Change my slope. Oh my lord. Anyways, make sure this was 17. Anyways, the mistake is over here. I did this wrong here, and it translates to everything. So we can correct this. Basically, I need to correct rate of change. 4 divided by 7, which is 0.57. So the rate of change is 0.57. And so here you would put 0.57, and this is 0.57. times that 0.57 times 17, get 9.69. 9.69, add 13. Oh no, not add 13. X1 is 12.5. Add 17 to both sides. Okay. Uh-oh, they like commercials. Okay, I'm multiplying 0.75 times 7.5. Uh-oh, not that one. 57 times 12.5. I get 7.125. If I add 17 to both sides to it, I get y equals 0.757 x plus 9.875. So the rate's y-intercept is and slope is write an equation. Here's some class I didn't go over this. Write an equation to the above graph. Write a linear equation that would be parallel to the above graph. So write an equation that would be parallel to this. So parallel means the slope is the same. So here, and the y-intercept is different. So slope's the same because you explain it. Slope is the same, and y-intercept is different. Okay, so we get, let's write an equation that's parallel to that. So all of you will have different ones. Make sure you write ones with this. Y equals 0.57 x. This, if your slope is a half, this needs to say half. So whatever your slope is here, you need to write the same here, plus and a different y-intercept. So I can write 100 here, or you can write whatever you like. So make sure you do that. Same thing here, you do the exact same thing. You draw a line of best fit. You choose, these are 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, that's 10. Okay, so I'm going to choose 4 and this is 10 here, so an 11. 4 and 11. You may have a different dot than mine. Do not use my dot. I'm going to use 10 and this is 7. Okay, so this is x sub 1, y sub 1, x sub 2, y sub 2. So m is y2 minus y1 equals x sub 2 minus x sub 1. Seven minus 11, which is 4, and then 10 minus 4, which is 6. Divide by 2, you get m is 2 over 3. Okay, and to write an equation of line for the line of best fit, you write y minus y sub 1 equals to m parentheses x minus x sub 1. So based on your numbers here, this is what you put. Y minus 11 equals to m, which is 2 over 3, x minus x sub 1, which is 4. Okay, this is a good one because I like to work the decimal. Y minus 11 equals, distribute 2 over 3x minus, okay, 2 divided by 3 times 4. 2 divided by 3 times 4. 2.666 repeating, so 2.7. I'm going to use 2.7, rounding it, okay? Y plus 11, I'm going to add 11 to both sides. Add 11 to both sides. Get y equals 2 over 3x plus 9.4, right? No, not 9. 8.3. So what's the slope and y-intercept? What is the y-intercept? Y-intercept is 8.3. Okay, right, parallel. Parallel lines when the slope's the same. Same slope. S-L-O-P-E, same slope, but different y-intercept. Okay, so I'm going to use this exact same one. It's from explaining that line. So this needs to be the same right here. Y equals 2 over 3x. So yours will be different because yours will have a different slope than mine. So whatever it is. Plus, and the y-intercept, let's say 2. And that will be parallel because the slope is the same and the y-intercept are different. Okay, if I did not get to this one in your class, most class I did, 2 class I did not. I will come to it later. You cross out these. I will go over it in class tomorrow how to do this. It's actually important. Okay, and then I'll go number 9 and on. Okay, Matt is saving for a new video game after 3 weeks, so 3 weeks, saved $26. 5 weeks, so X sub 1, Y sub 1. 5 weeks, he saved $36. X sub 2, Y sub 2. What is the rate of change? Rate of change, same thing as slope. Y sub 2 minus Y sub 1. X sub 2 minus X sub 1. 36 and 26. It's 10 over 5 minus 3. 2. So 10, and that's dollar. The other one is weeks. Divide by 5. Reduce to 5 over 1, right? $5, and this is weeks per week. Each week. $5 every 1 week. Write a linear equation in point slope form. Y minus Y sub 1 equals to M parentheses X minus Y minus Y sub 1, which is 26, equals M. M is the slope, which is 5 over 1, or just 5 parentheses X minus 3 X sub 1. Always distribute first, parentheses first. Add 26. Y equals to 5x plus 11. Okay, Sam had saved this much. How does it compare? Okay, how does this compare to this one here? Y equals to 5x plus 11. This is going to be no solution because notice the slope's the same and y-intercept is different. Same slope. Okay. Number 10, you would use substitution because one of them is in slope-intercept form. So you cross that out, replace it with this whole thing in there. Okay, so you would write 3x plus 3, and instead of y, you're going to take it out and replace it with negative 7x plus 14. Negative 21x plus 42. Distribute first. That's what I've done. 3x plus. Combine these. Equals, oh no, what am I doing? Okay, combine that, that would be 18, negative 18x plus 42 is 24. Minus 42, minus 42, get 18, negative equals to negative 18. Divide by negative 18. You know, we're going to save, so the graph's going to meet at 1. It's going to be one solution at y equals set negative 7x plus 7. Y minus negative 7 times 1, which is negative 7 plus the 7. Oh, this is plus 14, not 7. Plus 14 is 7. Y is 7. Use elimination for this one, so by multiplying one of them by negative 1, let's multiply the bottom by negative 1. I'm going to change it to its opposite. Instead of negative 3, I put positive 3. Instead of minus y, I'm going to put plus y. Instead of a 2, it's negative 2. That's what happens. You need to multiply everything by a negative. And then I'm going to copy this here. So negative 3x plus minus y equals to 12. That's 0. That's 0. 0 plus 0 is 0. That's 10. No solution. And that's it. Hope that helps.